Hello, everyone. We're back with Ken Dombrowski, executive life coach and master hypnotist. And today I want to talk about hypnosis and memory, specifically how hypnosis may or may not be able to help people uncover memories and the scope of that.
Well, yeah, we do get that probably more often than you'd think in our office, people wanting insight on this. It's hit and miss. I know a lot of hypnotists will try to tell you, oh, yeah, it's the best way to help with these types of things, where I left my car keys, or something that happened that I'm trying to remember, or something that someone told me, or some kind of thing. And the way you look at it is that if it was important, if it was relative, or something that you forgot where you put it, then your mind may have forgotten it for a reason. And if it decides to push something out of your memory, there's nothing we can do about it. But if it was just a simple whoopsie, I can't remember where I left this thing, you probably got about a 50-50 chance at hypnosis helping.
Yeah, that's the hard part, is because, I've had people ask me, can you help me find my Bitcoin password? I had my dog stolen, and I think I saw the license plate of the person that took it. There's certain things you kind of have to be sure of first, and then even then, we don't know if we can help you, and we're very honest about that, because we don't want to be like, yeah, we got you. We're totally going to help you figure out what you need to figure out, knowing that there's a very slim chance that it's going to happen. With the situation with the dog, you need to know you've seen the license plate. You need to know that you have that memory. You just can't recollect specifically what it was in your conscious mind. And even then, if you saw it when you weren't really caring about it or anything, there might not necessarily be enough to bring you back to that. It's an emotional moment, but I think something very important to understand is it needs to be heavily emotional and feel relevant at the time, if that makes sense. So if someone's trauma blocking abuse, of course we can help you with that. That one's, the percentage of you finding out what's going on skyrockets. But if it's something menial, like I lost my Bitcoin password, my car keys are missing, I can't find my favorite photo of my daughter, we really just drop in chances.
Well, whenever I seem to have forgotten where something is, it's usually because my wife moved it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. You can hypnotize me all day long. If I didn't put it there and it's still there, if somebody else came along and moved that thing, then all the hypnosis in the universe isn't going to help you, because you did not actually, it's not in the same place you saw it last. Something else came up. And that's, a lot of times that comes up too when we try to do these things. And they can't seem to remember. They remember the last place they put something, and so we kind of start from there, but it's not there anymore. You have to start looking at how else could it have gone away. And if someone else moved it, or if it fell behind something and you didn't know about it, hypnosis is not going to help you. So I'm kind of sounding like a bit of a naysayer on this topic when it comes to hypnosis, but that's what you get in our office. We're not going to BS you just to get you to come on in and charge you a bunch of money, and maybe we'll help you, maybe we won't. Actually, a lot of times it kind of feels like we're trying to talk people out of our services, because we want you to be certain and understand what it is that we do and how it works, and make sure it's going to work for you and you're ready for that type of a commitment, whatever that might be. So, yeah, it's a dicey subject, but
It really is, and I think that's the most important part, is we are being as upfront and honest as possible. If you still feel so strongly about the importance of something that you want to spend hundreds of dollars on it trying to figure it out, then we can continue to have a conversation. But we're very upfront. I actually tell people, consider this a last resort for that specific situation. Again, we're not talking about emotional turmoil. We're not talking about trauma blocking. That's a different topic. That's obviously something you should come, look at hypnosis for. But in the idea of just a task that you did wrong on a day-to-day basis that doesn't hold a lot of weight, we're going to talk you out of it. It really is that simple, because it's just not, usually it's not worth the money. Go buy a new key fob, go ask your wife again, just try the other avenues. We really should be a last ditch effort when it comes to things like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All great point. So when it comes to, like you were saying earlier about memories, and forget about something that you may have lost. How about a memory? You saw something or you heard something, and for some reason you just can't access that anymore. Now you're going to have a much higher opportunity of hypnosis helping with that, because you actually you heard it or you saw it, and you just need to now retrieve it. Your mind has hid it from you for some reason, maybe protecting you from a perceived trauma, or just filed it under unimportant, whatever it might be. Well, now your chances of hypnosis recovering that, it gets way up there now.
Because it's usually your mind trying to protect you from something that happened. It's not like, oh my God, this thing happened. Let me retrieve this real quick if it's possible. It's like, no, your mind had a coping mechanism in place to just save you in the short term. But in the long term, we still need to talk about that. So it really depends on like how important, how deep the memory goes. We've all seen thousands, millions of people in our life. You're not going to recall every single person you ever saw, because it's not important enough for your brain to hold on to that information, every single person you've ever passed. So that's kind of what we're talking about. Something that can just be disposed of that easily in your mind is going to be really hard to kind of recall, but something that meant a lot to you, has emotional weight, that's something we can discuss finding with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can always call. You can always ask. We're going to be completely honest. If it's something that you really, really, really want to look into, we'd be more than happy to do that. But just know that we're going to be as upfront as possible, because we don't want to give anybody the wrong impression ever, and it's not a catch-all.
Exactly. Yeah, good conversation.
Yeah, I think that one's something that needs to be covered a little bit more by everybody. But thank you for your information.
No, my pleasure as always.
If you need help recovering a memory, trauma blocking, give us a call and we'll see what we can do. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.